Welcome back guys, Messy Coder here and another Unity review, and we are checking out the Ultimate Nature Pack from Black Horizon Studios. This could be the largest nature pack on the asset store. You get such a huge number of trees, bushes and plants, you will not believe it. So come inside our wonderful garden, hold my hand, let's dance through the daisies, and I'll see you in a second. Here we are inside Unity. I'm checking out the Ultimate Nature Pack from Black Horizon Studios, and it is massive. Well, they said it's the largest nature pack on the asset store. Well, it is pretty damn big. It's ridiculous. The number of trees, variations of different types of trees and bushes and stuff that you get. You can get these lovely birds tweeting and making a load of noise in my ear actually. Let me just get out of this 1 second and put the volume down because those birdies drive me nuts. So let's go background sound, here we go, and put the volume down a little bit. That's better, and just find our blokey. So my FPS controller, I've dropped in the standard Unity FPS controller, and he's about 1.5. But this plant, this flower is still pretty big. So this is in the demo scene. Let's pop in and have a look, see if you get, let me find you the demo scenes. Here we go, demo scenes. We've got beach demo, forest demo, mountain demo, new trees demo, the all trees demo, and the particle effects demo. I am a huge fan of people who put lots of demo scenes because, as you know, I'm too lazy to do a demo scene myself. Look at that, look at all these different trees and stuff. Well, look, check out the trees in a second as we just scout through the folder. But it is big. If you want a world to be created and you need trees, bushes and stuff, I'm pretty sure that you just buy this one pack, you don't need anything else. I'm just not too sure why those plants, where's the grass? Where's the grass? There it is. Why are they so big? Why are they so tall? Lock width to height, so height. Why are they so tall? Can I paint it again? Let's paint it again. Brush, bit smaller brush. There you go. That's better. Demo scene is plants are a bit too big. Let's go back in. See? That's nicer. That's nicer. Alright, your demo scene, you've gone a bit. You got a bit eager with your giant radioactive massive plants. That's better. That's a better size. Now they look alright. They don't look so weird. There you go. So, if you want massive, gigantic plants, I'm going to say that you're going to give kids nightmares pretty much if they're walking around. It's like Gulliver's Travels. That's a good, sensible size of plants. Let's do Control Shift again. Let's mix it up with these ones, little ones here, and got colour variations. Is that going to do anything? Let's make our brush tree density. There you go, 1 or 2. Let's make the density a bit more. There you go. That's better. Look at them. Now that's a better size. There you go. Alright, so now we've had a bit of a muck about. We've worked out why we've got radioactive plants in our scene. This is a nice bush. Always like a good bush. Nicely trimmed. Looking healthy. What's this trees like? Every tree's got a collider. Nothing I hate more than not having a collider on a tree. Boom. Boom. Let's have a look at some of these trees. Okay, smallest tree. Wow, look at the size of that one. It's me. I could use. See, I'm making a game. Some of you know, some of you don't know. Some of you send me messages asking if you can help me make a game. I do appreciate all your messages. Unfortunately, I am pretty locked down at the moment with the guys, with the team that I've got. It's me, a friend, and a couple of guys helping me out when they have time. And it's more of a project of love. And I do really appreciate all the offers of help that people want to join in. And I wish you all the best in your projects. So if you do need my help, you can obviously drop me a line on Facebook, on YouTube. I can try to give as much advice as much as I can. I am a pretty bad coder and pretty messy coder, as you know by now, so I don't think my help will actually help you guys all that much. Okay, what are these like? Hey, what? It is weird because like I come up to bushes and go, what's this bush like? It's alright, it's a bush. It looks good. And the other thing is that when you go up to bushes and you go, what's this bush like? Oh, it looks really shit. That is when you know that it's a bad bush. Like we've seen some bushes in these assets pack that I've reviewed already. That is when you've got a problem. When you go up and you don't see anything glaringly wrong with a bush, then all you can say is, that's a nice bush. It gets a bit boring after a while. Oh, that's a pretty bush. Well, that's a pretty leaf. Because, I mean, just how exciting can a leaf get? Right, we're inside the editor. You can see that we get a load of stuff in this pack. It's ridiculous, the amount of stuff you get in this pack. These are Unity trees that you can sit there and tweak and play about yourself. But you also get like 5 presets of all of the different bush types. Loads of different bush types. Nice textures that you get with these bushes. I do like his bush textures on the leaves. They work very well. Not too sure. Hang on, that's all I can see. Lovely textures. So you get 5 of each. I can't always tell the difference between them, but they are preset variations that you can always play about with. So many different. I mean, snowy bush, lovely snowy bush. So many different types of plants. Bamboo, loads of different types of bamboo, because obviously bamboo is more notable with its variations. Far East, you could set a game in the Far East, you got plants for it. You set this game in America, you got plants for it. There's so much. I'm not a huge fan of the Unity style flowers, this 2D board look. I know it works, has its purpose, it's good for performance, but I like big juicy 3D flowers myself. Forest plants, if you know, a foresty game, tropical game with tropical plants. I do like this one a lot. I like its texture. Another type of tropical plants. Yet another type of tropical plant. Yet another type of tropical plant. That volume just moved. Let's put that one back. By accident. So another type of tropical plant. All over the place. Trees. So many different types of trees. Aspen trees. Variations of aspen trees. Autumn. Got stumps. Dead trees. Ooh, it's The Walking Dead. That's a bit spooky, isn't it? Ooh. Oh, here we go. We've got Unity create a tree shenanigans going on there. And a little bit of a disjoint. And this one's alright, this one's fine. Dead tree stumps. Always a big fan of dead tree stumps. Far East pines, again. You got your Far East game. You got nice flowers growing on your trees. So there's so much stuff. Ridiculous the amount of stuff that you get in this pack, I have to say. Too much stuff for me to sit and go through everything. I wish I had the time to go through it all, but we're just going to have to pop into another demo scene and have a play about to see what it's like once we're mucking about inside the scene. Here we are inside the mountain demo scene. I've got to be quick because I'm not well, coughing my guts out. So I've done about 50 take of me just pausing and coughing my guts out. So while I am able to speak, I will tell you that I like these bushes. I like the snow texture on them. With all of his bushes, I do like his textures. I wasn't too impressed with this when I was looking in the inspector, how they're bent over. But once you're inside the game, it works. Doesn't look too bad. Still not a big fan of why we have so many, like 5 variations of each bush. I don't think there needs to be 5 variations of each bush. To be honest, I mean, there's this one and that one. I can slightly see there's a difference. I can see obviously there's a difference between that one and this one because they're different species. But difference between that one and this one, couldn't really tell you. But there is, because they're different, so it's weird. Yeah, it's like one of my complaints is just there's so much stuff. Whereas there doesn't maybe need to always be. So I know it's cheaper doing slight variations of these than it is putting a whole new species, and saying like it's different types of plants you get so many plants, bushes and trees that you would fill out an entire game. So value for money for the amount of stuff you get, I can't complain. Texture on this tree. I like the texture on this tree, to say. Up close I can see slight blurriness. Would be nice to be a high resolution on the texture. The branches are okay. Again, probably could be doing a little bit higher resolution on them, but they work. They're good. They work well. There's nothing that made me go, okay, this is bad. But it's a bit hit and miss sometimes on these textures. Some of them are really good, and some of them are just okay, and some of them are, I think might be, they're blurry and they need to be improved. But for the most part, there's more good than there is bad. So it kind of exceeds that entry level 2.5 out of 5 for textures for me. So because you do get more good than bad, and it's above that 2.5 for me on the textures. I just would like to see more. I like to see more consistency to bring it up to maybe 3.5 out of 5 for the textures. You know what I mean? Give that extra push of consistency on the textures. So if you are listening, that's one of the things I would like. High resolution and some of them to be improved. Right, let's pop into another demo scene, because actually, generally I like the Snowy Mountain pack. This is actually a pack in itself, really, you could say. Yeah, I don't see why he didn't do it. He could have earned himself a bit more money. Split them down into each one, because there's other people that have got the same amount of trees that you've got in this snowy pack, and they've got it as an asset in itself. So again, fair play. You cannot complain. Value for money. This is top notch. We are in the beach scene. I said beach scene. Oh, there's the sea. Lovely. Right, these are the plants that I saw when I was mucking about in the folders, and I do like, look at these little wear and tear on them, the little nooks, the little basically imperfections that make it real, make it alive. I like that a lot. Do we get any coconuts? No coconuts up the tree. So this texture is nice. Hit and miss some of these textures in this pack so far. Some textures are looking really nice and some textures not so great. All of the plants, all these textures here I have enjoyed so far, and I say that this is a nice texture on this tree. It's just a shame that the tree's a little bit sharp. Could be rounder, could be smoother for me. That's one complaint I've got. I would like to see a little bit of a smoother, rounder tree. Talking about hit and miss, see this texture, it's alright. Not a huge fan of this one compared to the other one. Bit blurry. But more of an interesting tree with all its branches and variations that you've got. The leaves, always the leaves are great in this pack. I am a fan of his leaves. He does do leaves very well. I'll leave it at that. Pardon the pun. Alright, so this is, the ground texture. Nothing fancy, nothing to scream and shout about, but it is a good, respectable ground texture. Also, kind of, you know when they're good when they don't stand out and have a. Oh, it's a pretty flower. So yeah, it blends in nicely. Not a big fan of these type of grass though. I never have been, and it's not unique to this type of like billboard grass. It's all over the place in Unity. It's just a shame. I like big, juicy, thick grass that you can just run your fingers through, and this stuff just doesn't really do it for me, I'm afraid. It just doesn't. Alright, let's pop into the particles demo scene, because this pack we've seen. There are so many different trees, but they're all like variations of the palm tree, variations of this tree, that tree. These trees are good. There's no denying that the trees are good, but they're not the most amazing next generation. Like, my God, I'm just gonna scream and jump up and down because the trees gave me an orgasm. But it's $30 for the biggest pack of trees that I've seen on the asset store. If you were going to buy speed trees of this many trees, you would need a mortgage. It's just ridiculous. So value for money on these trees and the variations of trees, you got to be more than happy just with what you get in this pack. We've got sand texture. Oh, we've got sand texture. Just want to get down here. It's actually quite nice. That is a nice beach sand texture. Okay. Alright, let's pop into that particle demo that I promised you all. Alright, the particle demo. DS to cycle through the particle effects. And here are the falling leaves. Looking nice, looking pretty. Oh, rain. So if you don't have Unistorm, you've got rain. Snow. Oh, that is very nice. Snow. I'm very critical of snow particle effects because sometimes they're just massive textures of ridiculous cartoon snowflakes. But this looks very nice. I like this. Mystic Forest. Oh, that's just floating little fireflies. Okay. Come in and out. Waiting for something exciting to happen. It's not gonna. Ooh, a mist. It's actually a nice mist. Like, you know, just go out of the shower. That's a nice mist, that is. I like it. That is very nice. Well, I could use that. I know I'm going to use that. It's a nice mist. That is all the particle effects that we get. Not a huge collection, but better than nothing. And other people give you nothing in most of their stuff. So yeah, job's a good one. So let's give it a score. What do I think of it? Just to let you know what I think of it before I give it a score. I pretty much know that. You know what I think of it so far. I think that it's a huge collection, a massive collection, a behemoth collection of plant life, of trees, of bushes. So much so that I think no matter where you set your game, that you can have a plant, a bush, a tree that is suitable. It's 30 quid. It's $30 on the asset store. It's currently on a 50% sale, so it's $15. It's a no-brainer. You must buy this pack this week while it's on sale. You will regret it. Customer support for this guy is amazing. I have been a customer of Black Horizon Studios for many years. It's actually one of the first assets I bought was Unistorm because I wanted a day-night system, and it was the go-to system of its day. A lot of people were complaining after a few years that it got bloated and it was too heavy and it wasn't well optimized and there wasn't a mobile version and this, that and the other. So he made a mobile version and he rewrote Unistorm from scratch after listening to customers and optimizing it and cleaning it up, and even changed it, like, you know, it's all written in C# and it's lovely. This is what the guy does. He listens to people, updates his packets. He's not one of these asset developers who make something and then for 5 years just sits on it and you using the same version that's been there for 5 years with no improvements. He's always updating his stuff. So for me, it's like 5 out of 5 for customer support. And not just that, you know, replies to people. He's very busy on the forums and on emails, and sometimes you get a slight delay, but generally you'll always get an answer. So I don't know if there's like a team of customer support people. If there isn't, then that's even more impressive because of just how vocal this guy is. So yeah, I mean, customer support, phenomenal. But when it comes to the textures themselves, textures are a little bit hit and miss. They're not so consistent in the quality. I mean, these textures that you get on his bushes, I'm pretty sure, like, I've gone through all of his bushes and I'm happy with the textures on all of his bushes. His flowers, even though I'm not a big fan of the 2D billboard style flowers, his flowers themselves are nice, are vibrant. I like them. I just wish they were the proper 3D ones. That's my complaint. So you are listening to this, if you are, please do an update where you've got nice big juicy proper flowers and grass, because I know this is what people have got. You spread it out all over the place, you mix it up with different types and it makes it all look 3D, but at the end of the day it is just like 2D billboard grass. So yeah, but it's the textures on his trees that is more hit and miss. So this one here, this aspen tree here, the trunk, not a huge fan. And then I get to this one here, and I do like this one a lot. This one's a very nice texture on this tree. And then like this again, this tree, this texture, I like it. A little bit blurry when I get up close. Not too sure why this tree finds itself floating above ground slightly. And I've noticed one or two bugs every now and again where there's a floating branch ever so slightly. If I stand at a certain angle, I can see a bit of light shining through one of the branches. Actually, I can't find any here. I found one earlier when I was mucking about. I'm a big fan. What am I going to give this out of 5? Well, I'm going to give this 3.5 big juicy trees out of 5. And I have to say, with these big juicy trees, it's ridiculous how cheap this pack is. It is ridiculous. I honestly think that I could pretty much now start my game with this collection of trees, and it'll be job a good one. And also, don't forget, because I've mentioned this before, but I mentioned again, every single bloody tree has got a collider. You don't know what that means to me. Boom! Proper collider that is to the boom tree. Nice. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. As you can tell, I am happy with this asset pack. It does have room for improvement. There is no doubt in my mind that the developer will be improving this pack and making it grow like a tree, like a little acorn growing into a mighty oak. So yeah, because he hasn't let me down being a customer for I think 5 years, more than 5 years, what, like 6 years? Can't remember. The days go by. So yeah, I've been a happy customer for that time. Happily take my money, spend it on whatever shenanigans you want to spend it on. This is a 3.5 out of 5. It is fantastic. And guys, if you do like these videos and you want to see more, please do call your friends, your neighbours, random people on the street, knock them on the door, tickle them and say, hey, you, watch the Missy Coda. So if you do like it, click it. Till next time. Oh, happy trick-or-treating. If you want to see more of my crazy videos, click on the left side of your screen now, and down below there's that big juicy subscribe button, and right next to it is the magic bell that if you click it, it will tell you if I've got a new video coming out. Till next time.